Okay, so I'll just hold it for now because I can't video and drive. So, I was talking a little bit on me as a teenager, right? So, I don't know what caused me to start talking about this, so I'm going to talk about it. It'll come to my memories as I go on. So, my aunt, I was saying that they had sent me to Job Corps. I was sent to Job Corps because I was considered a child that was hard to control, right? And everybody figured that I was not listening to mommy and gonna give mommy a heart attack and all this stuff, so they wanted to send me to Job Corps. But the first place they sent me was to a job. I was doing home health aid. Now the thing was, when I was doing home health aid, like now you gotta have a license and all this stuff. Now you allowed to take care of your loved ones, but they was doing it back then, but they just wasn't getting paid for it. I mean, through the city or through a company. So, Aunt Virginia sent me to somebody that she knew, family member, that was of older age, and I would take care of this lady, right? Now, mind you, I'm going to be honest with you. I did what I was told. I was in the house. I didn't have no company. Because who was I going to have company? I ain't know. I didn't smoke. I didn't drink. I was in that house bored. They had a television, and that's all I did was watch TV, walk around the house, look in the refrigerator, close the refrigerator. When the lady wanted to go to the bathroom, I would take her to the bathroom. When she wanted to eat, she wasn't too much of an eater, but when she wanted to eat, I would fix her something to eat, right? I don't know. The family member was bringing company in the house while I was there, okay? Next thing you know, the family member talked to my family and told them that I was bringing company in, and they didn't want me to be there no more. And then when it was told to me, see, this was my thing. I would get real upset and I would start crying, right? Because I guess with some people I wasn't angry. Some people when they say when they get crying, they start to cry, that's because they're angry. But I wasn't angry. I was hurt. My tears come from hurtness. My tears don't come because some people, I ain't gonna talk about some people. My tears never came, ooh, I'm so mad, I want to beat them up. Never. Inside of me was always compassionate, and I ain't saying this because it's me. I'm saying this because it's the truth. Inside of me was always compassionate and loving it towards especially the elderly. And I love them with a passion. And children, I love with double passion. So I'm just no disobedient ones. Okay, so when Aunt Virginia started getting on me, mommy didn't too much get on me. She just said, all right, come on back home, whatever. And this was a job that I would do when mommy would go down south, because I would stay up here with the family, with Aunt Virginia or with my father. Okay, so, and they would pay me. I think the whole thing was they didn't want to pay me. I don't know. I mean, I didn't have company. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm old and I can't remember. But I didn't do stuff like that. I didn't bring people in people's house. Now, I don't want to say that I'm saying this now because I'm older and this is how I feel now. But I don't remember that. I'm gonna put it like that. And all the people that was around when I was doing that job is deceased now. So anyway, that didn't work. I lost that job. I got kicked away from that job. I got ridiculed and all that stuff. And I'm saying to myself, why is this happening? I didn't do nothing. The lady and the lady will argue and curse with me for no reason. I think it came from the lady I was taking care of. And now, I was raised to respect my elders. So she would go in and I would just take her to the bathroom. I'll be like, all right. So that didn't work out. So it came down, all right, you need to go to Job Corps. So they was giving me the scoop on the Job Corps, and I was like, well, I want to get out of the city. I wanted to leave because I wanted to get away from my family members. I didn't want to get away from mommy. I wanted to get away from Aunt Virginia, from my father, from Uncle Clark. I wanted to get away from these people because these people was crazy. Right? So, I picked Utah to go to. Right? So now, let me back up. Let me rewind a little bit. I was having issues with my mother's mother. And not issues like just going crazy on her like the kids of today. No, it was just that I would go out and stay out. Because I didn't want to come back to the house. I was afraid. I was scared. Well, I don't even know why I'm telling this. But since it's in my spirit to tell, I'm going to tell it. I was afraid. I was scared. So what I did was I would wait till Grandma go to work. And I would leave out. Because Grandma worked at Macy's. And I would go, when she would leave to go to work, she would leave early in the morning. I would leave out about an hour after her. And I would go right on the corner of Van Buren and Malcolm X. I would go right. They had a pool thing there, and I would hang out in there. And yes, there was fellas in there. There was guys in there. But growing up in the spiritual realm, there's things that you don't have the desire to do. It's not in your blood to do. So I wasn't, even though I was hanging out with the guys, it wasn't in my blood to have sex with them and get money and all that stuff. I wasn't introduced to it, and I never was introduced to it. So I just hung out in the club, and everybody always said I was a fun person. So I would hang there and crack jokes, and I would stay there till 11, 12, 1 o'clock and all that stuff. And people, the owners would say to me, you know, you're a young girl, you should be in your house. And I'd be like, yeah, I know. And my face would get to a way that I guess the guy would see that I was going to say, all right, you can stay. And I would stay in that club 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Them guys, and I mean, that was like a hip-hop club. You know what I'm saying? You hang out there. And I mean, these was teenagers into old men. But nobody never bothered me. And they would fuss about that club. And I would come back, and they really found out where I was because they asked me where I was, and I would tell them. And they was like, well, you're supposed to be in that club. Don't you know what type of people hang out in there? You know, so they started judging me by the club. But they didn't know the reason why I wasn't coming home, because my uncle was molesting me. My uncle was sexing me and having me do all types of things to him. I'm fed up right now. I'm at a point where I don't care who see this video. Maybe you need to see it. But anyway. And they dead now, so everybody dead. All them people dead. You know, whether or not they knew or not, but that was my acting out. That's why I pay attention to kids. When they start acting out of the blues, I always, and my grandma, let me finish that sentence. I always was a good kid. I didn't do stuff out of the ordinary. I was a routine. That's why I bugs people out now when I do things spontaneous and come out the blues or stuff. They be like, wow, I didn't expect that. Because I notice routine don't help. Routine don't help, because when you're doing something routine and you just suddenly stop, people don't pay you no mind. They be like, oh, what is she doing? She's out there sexing. She's out there doing this. She's out there doing that, right? So, having children, I didn't want to judge my children for what they was doing, right? I had to wait. So when I waited and I got proof that they was out there sexing and doing stuff, then I would come and approach them. When my instinct being saved, when my insight let me know, and my Holy Ghost let me know you're out there sexing when you're supposed to be going to the store and coming back home, I'm going to let you know I'm not having that, and you're not doing that in my house. Or you're not doing it on my time. You see what I'm saying? So, they didn't know that that's what was going on, and if they did know, they didn't do nothing about it. You see what I'm saying? So, I started acting out. And my acting out was staying out. You see what I'm saying? My kids had no reason to stay out because there was no males in the house to molest them. And I didn't do that. So When they started staying out, there was some devilment, and they felt like they wanted to be grown, okay? So, I knew I wasn't grown, and I wasn't trying to act grown, but they always thought, oh, you ain't grown, you ain't grown. And I be like, I know I'm not grown. Shut up. I don't know why I'm going in on my family right now, but it's the truth. And I make this video to all parents. Pay attention to your kids. Listen to your kids. Because you never know what's going on right around you. You see what I'm saying? You never know. Kids raise up and kill parents for what? You don't know what's going on in their head. That's why I take out time and I analyze people. I pay attention to their actions. I pay attention to their body language. I went to college. Yoo-hoo. Yes, I did. I went to college and I was taking up computer technology. To get in computers, you had to take up math, English, algebra, and I had to take I forgot what they call the subject, but I picked psychology. And it taught me a whole lot. And you can go to the library and take out the book and read it. And read how the brain works, how the mind works. So, I got to go. Take care of my business. I don't know what this video was about, but I mean, I don't know why I made this video, but I had to vent. And I got to get one of these things for the car to put up in. Yes, we got a car now. I'm going to put one of these things up here so I can make my YouTube video and sit it up here while I'm driving. So I can hit the YouTube vibe. All right, you guys, I'm going. I'm putting on my music. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all be blessed. God bless you. Bye.